Good evening. I'm Katrina Rodriguez with this FranciscanBeat news brief. The Biden administration will begin providing COVID-19 vaccines to U.S. pharmacies, part of its plan to ramp up vaccinations as new and potentially more serious virus strains are starting to appear. White House Coronavirus Coordinator Jeff Zients said Tuesday the government will initially ship about 1 million doses to some 6,500 pharmacies around the country, starting next week. That's expected to accelerate as drug makers increase production. Drugstores have become a mainstay for flu shots and shingles vaccines. The pharmacy vaccine program will be administered by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and include outlets such as CVS, Walgreens, Walmart, Rite Aid, and Costco, as well as supermarket pharmacies. House Democrats say Donald Trump endangered the lives of all members of Congress when he aimed a mob of supporters like a loaded cannon at the U.S. Capitol. They made the argument in a legal brief Tuesday that lays out their most detailed case yet for why the former president should be convicted and permanently barred from office. The document links Trump's baseless efforts to overturn the results of the presidential election to the deadly January 6th riot at the Capitol. It says he bears unmistakable blame for actions that directly threaten the underpinnings of American democracy. Trump's lawyers will file their own brief later Tuesday. 2 FBI agents have been killed and 3 wounded while trying to serve a search warrant in Florida. The FBI says Tuesday's confrontation on the Fort Lauderdale suburb of Sunrise was one of the bloodiest days in FBI history in South Florida, and among the deadliest nationally as well. FBI Miami Special Agent Michael D. Leavrock says the suspect also died. He says 2 of the wounded agents are in stable condition at a hospital. Leavrock says the agents had arrived to execute a federal search warrant in a case involving violence against children. Residents huddled inside their homes, and eyewitnesses described seeing a SWAT team rush into the apartment building where the suspect was barricaded. House by house, COVID-19 testing has begun in some communities in England as authorities try to extinguish a new variant of the coronavirus before it spreads widely and undermines a nationwide vaccination program. Authorities want to reach the 80,000 residents of 8 areas where the variant first identified in South Africa is known to be spreading. They are dispatching home testing kits and mobile testing units in an effort to reach every resident of those communities. Public health officials are concerned about the variant first identified in South Africa because it contains a mutation of the virus's characteristic spike protein that existing vaccines target. The mutation may mean the vaccine offers less protection against the variant. For FranciscanBeat, I'm Katrina Rodriguez. Good evening.